Alrighty. Hi, I'm Amanda Duncan. I'm a Senior Gold Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. And this is our little opportunity meeting that we're kind of doing nationwide. We have quite a few time zones here covered, so I hope many of you are able to make it on. And join us this evening and learn a little bit about what Plexus is about. Otherwise, I hope you're going to catch the replay. You're welcome to do that as well. I know it's kind of hard to get everyone together at the same time. So thank you for stopping by and thank you for watching. And I'll just go ahead and get into it. But first, I want to go ahead and give my little disclaimer. So the Opportunity of a Lifetime presentation is brought to you by independent Plexus ambassadors and is not sponsored by Plexus Worldwide. Plexus Worldwide wants you to know that the results you have heard or are about to hear may vary from person to person, and we do not claim to cure, treat, diagnose, or prevent any disease. So now that we have the legalities out of the way, so we don't get sued or anything crazy like that, let me go ahead and just I'll share with you a little bit about Plexus and why we have the right products at the right time. So let me go ahead and grab a slide for you really quickly. Alrighty, so Plexus has the right products at the right time. As you can see, 8 out of 10 Americans are overweight. There are 21.1 million people with diabetes, which is 9.3% of the population. 1 in 10 suffer from diabetes, and by mid-century, this number will be 1 in 3 Americans. That is a drastic number. 17% of the population struggles with high cholesterol. That's 1 in 6 adults. There are about 100 million people, which would equate to about 1 in 10 people who are struggling with chronic pain. Arthritis can affect about 52.5 million, or 1 in 5 Americans. Neuropathy, there's about 80 million cases, and autoimmune diseases, there are about 50 million Americans who are suffering from autoimmune diseases. So Plexus really does have the right products at the right time. I kind of wanted to just go over some of our main products. I'm just going to kind of touch on my favorites because I don't have all night here. I don't want to keep you guys here all night, but I am going to go ahead and touch on some of the main products. So first of all, we have Plexus Slim, and Plexus Slim is the most natural way to lose weight. So it's something that balances all your blood sugars. It can help maintain normal blood sugars at healthy levels. It has proven ingredients that address areas of weight management. I don't know if you may have seen, but our triplex combo was recently undergone some clinical studies that did show that the products actually clinically help with weight loss and weight management. The awesome thing about Slim is it's so easy. You put it in a bottle of water, shake it up. It tastes like a cherry Tootsie Pop. It is very sweet, so it definitely helps my sugar cravings like that, and then it helps balance my blood sugars the rest of the day. It tastes great. It's not a meal replacement, which I love. I love the Slim. It makes me feel better instantly. It can help give you a little bit of energy. I think that Plexus Slim is a great product. And one thing that we combine it with, often our highest seller is the triplex combo. So that's going to be the Plexus Slim, the ProBio, and the BioCleanse. BioCleanse is it's a different cleanse than you might be thinking of. What it does is it oxygenates the entire body. So it gets into your blood and it helps oxygenate your body and helps cleanse out your gastrointestinal tract. All of us are carrying toxins and waste inside of our body, and this really does help to relieve some of that. And which is one kind of nice thing is it helps support collagen production, which is nice, especially for the women in the room. So if you're ever feeling sluggish, you can kind of look to BioCleanse to really help with that. BioCleanse and ProBio are a great gut health combo.
Oh, she's gone.
Okay, it looks like we lost Amanda. I will message her and see what we can do to get her back on. If you guys could just sit tight, we would appreciate it.
Sorry about that, guys. I don't know. I think my internet just glitched out for a minute. Contain enzymes. They're something that you have to buy separately. The cool thing about ProBio 5 is it does have those enzymes, so that works, you know, cohesively, and it helps your probiotic be 10 times more, well, okay, so I'm saying 10 times. It's actually, it just helps your probiotic be more effective. I don't know the actual scientific number of, it does increase the efficiency of the probiotic, and it may help inactivate any free radicals or free radical initiated chemical reactions within your body. ProBio 5 also helps increase nutrient absorption. So I know that probiotics are a hot topic right now. Doctors are everywhere are recommending probiotics. You want to make sure that you're getting a good quality probiotic. There are doctors who will say specifically, go find the Plexus probiotic. I know an ambassador who actually joined for that reason alone. And so it's something that you want to make sure that you're kind of getting the most bang for your buck when it comes to probiotics. So I think that this combo is definitely one of the most popular combos because it really kind of addresses a lot of those key issues. It helps with blood sugar, gut health, and inflammation. So it's a really great combo. It's definitely our by far, and it's helping control weight management. Like I said, it is clinically proven to help do so. So that's my little spiel on the triplex combo. There's a great reason that it's one of the most popular combos in the whole company, and it's addressing a ton of health issues that Americans struggle with on a day-to-day basis. I'm going to kind of touch on just a few more products. One of them is Block. So Block is critical this time of year. I think we all know that holiday goodies start popping up around this time of year, and we all kind of are bombarded with sweets and sugars and breads and all kinds of delightful goodies. Starches and sugars from converting into glucose. This time of year when treats are just abundant in your life and everyone's bringing goodies to work, and you know, you have Thanksgiving dinner and there's the potatoes and the stuffing and the desserts and the pumpkin pie, Block is going to be essential for my holiday to get me through the holidays. You take a serving right before your meal that you're about to indulge in, and it will help keep some of those carbs from converting into glucose. Unwanted carbs that are not getting processed do turn into fat, so that's why this product is so amazing and why I really wanted to touch on it this time of year. And then a couple more of my favorite products. I want to touch on the Ease products. We have a couple products that really help with discomfort or different pains that you might have. I wanted to touch on those because they have been really helpful. I don't have any sort of chronic discomfort or anything like that. However, Ease can be very, very beneficial if you are suffering from discomfort on a regular basis. Ease, it comes from the extract of green-lipped mussel, and it helps it's really just a natural way to address discomfort due to an active lifestyle or whatever it might be. So I wanted to kind of branch or, just touch on that vaguely. We do have a whole line of about 3 different products that are geared towards that discomfort that people might be feeling. It's something that probably goes a little untalked about on a day-to-day basis because most Americans are struggling with things like weight management and immune system, but our pain relief and our discomfort relief line is an amazing, amazing line. And I heard a ton about it during the launch. There's so much in this line that's really, really helpful for people who are suffering from any sort of discomfort. And then finally, I'm going to end on my favorite product, which is X Factor. I could talk all night about all the different products, but I did want to kind of touch on my favorite product as the last one that I talk about. So X Factor is a multivitamin, but it's not your average multivitamin. I'm sure many doctors will tell you that there are a lot of multivitamins out there that are not very effective. So the coolest thing about X Factor, in my opinion, is the fact that it does have the aloe. Aloe will help your body absorb vitamins and nutrients by up to 396%. So we have both the gel and the leaf aloe in this product, which helps your body absorb not only the nutrients in this multivitamin, but nutrients and vitamins throughout your day. It includes impressive, the impressive aloe. So the thing that makes it so impressive is the fact that it has both the gel and the leaf, because they each have different benefits. It provides a super potent antioxidant from the New Zealand black currant, and it delivers support for whole body wellness. My hair and nails have changed drastically ever since I started taking this multivitamin. My hairstylist will be the first to vouch that my hair has changed. It's so much healthier. It grows at a normal rate now. It used to be really, really slow. But this is definitely my favorite product. I've loved it from the moment that they launched it, and I highly, highly recommend it. I know most people don't know where to start when it comes to a multivitamin. This one is a really, really good one. It's going to help your immunity, and that antioxidant combined with the aloe, it's going to help you really get through the cold and flu season. All right, so those are just some of my favorite products. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to some of the people who are here with me tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and give the floor to Angela. I would love you to kind of give your story and what Plexus is for you and what you love about it.
Okay, my name is Angela Middlestadt, and I'm a Silver Ambassador. And my story starts with the diabetes. My husband was diagnosed with diabetes when he was 12 years old. And so he just hit his 20-year mark with it here recently. And so I went to a friend's house and she said, hey, I have something that might help Derek with his diabetes. And I said, okay, I want it. And she said, don't you want to hear more about it? And I said, no, if it would help him at all, I want it. And so I signed up that weekend and we started the products, and they helped him so much. It really helped with the highs and lows that he has. He was even taking a prescription to try to help with that, but it really helps. So the lows aren't as low and the highs aren't as high. So it has really helped him out a lot as far as that goes. He is a firefighter, and so his schedule is all over the place. There's no such thing as a schedule. And when you're diabetic, a schedule is really important. So that was part of his problem, was that he didn't really have a schedule. And so the Slim was able to help with the lack of schedule to kind of help even out his blood sugars a little bit. The block is also really helpful for him, specifically for blood sugars. So I said, will you take this? We were going somewhere and, you got to eat and you indulge a little bit. And he took the amount of insulin that he would need for that particular meal. And we got home and we were getting ready for bed. And I found him in the kitchen just inhaling M&Ms, like inhaling M&Ms. And I was like, what are you doing? And he said, that stuff works. I took the right amount of insulin and my sugar dropped. So he took the amount of insulin that he would need normally for that meal, but because blocked a lot of those sugars and starches, then he needed more sugar to get his sugar regulated where it needed to be. So Block and Slim are two of his most used products. I have a daughter who would kill me for telling you this because she's a teenager, but she was born constipated, and we struggled with that most of her life. And so we did 2 pediatricians. We went the natural route, acupuncture, a holistic doctor, specialists, and the solution was for her to be on Miralax for the rest of her life. And so if you know anything about Miralax, it is not something you want to be on the rest of your life. And so we were still trying to do the natural method, increasing fiber. Nothing worked. Nothing worked for her. And so we started Plexus for my husband, but I put my daughter on the ProBio and the BioCleanse, and it has changed her life. We forgot how bad it was until here recently when she went on a mission trip and wasn't able to take the products because of their schedule and got really sick. And she said, oh my word, I forgot that I felt like this all the time. So those have helped. And then she has a twin sister. So I have a lot of hormones at our house, especially once a month. And the Slim really helps level out some of the hormone highs and the hormone lows. So that has helped our family a lot as well. And then lastly, my issue is irritable bowel. So I have had irritable bowel for, well, most of my life, as long as I can remember. And so it has really helped with that as well. Again, same thing, I didn't realize how bad it was until I wasn't able to take the products for a while. And same thing, like a vacation or something, and then I was really sick. So anyway, so those are the products that we use most at our house. The irritable bowel was helped within about 3 months, and then within 6 months my heartburn went away, and I had not even thought that that would be related, but thankfully it helped with that as well. So the products have helped our family more than I could even tell you. I'll turn it back over to Amanda.
Yeah, that's amazing. I honestly, I didn't even know that it went to that extent. I know how much you love the products, and I know it's helped your family, but I didn't realize how many different products all your family benefited from. So I love hearing all of that. So thank you so much for sharing, Angela. I kind of want to open it up. If anyone is watching live right now, I know that it might be hard to be on the live one, but if you are, feel free to leave a comment. We might do some drawings here soon, but there's a comment box. I would love for you to just kind of say that you're here, that you're watching, and we can maybe do a little drawing for anyone who is here live. Next, I want to turn it over to Danny. I want you to say hi to Danny. She has her own testimony, and I would love to hear a little bit about what you love so much about Plexus. So go ahead and take it, Danny.
Okay, my name is Danielle, and I started Plexus in March of 2016. I decided to start Plexus because one of my friends from college had posted a whole lot about it helping with some head discomfort and head pain, and I had a ton of that. And once I started Slim in March, I started for a month. I was one of those customers that kind of decided, okay, I'm going to try it for a month and see what happens. And after a month, I knew that this was the real deal. I knew that this was going to change my life, and it really has. So from there, I realized that it was helping me with the smells that would bother my head, or the weather changes, or eating too much chocolate, all the things that triggered my pain. So after that, after the month, and realizing that Plexus is the real deal, I decided that I was going to sign up as an ambassador. Whenever I signed up as an ambassador, I decided to go with the triplex combo. The triplex combo is, like Amanda said, it was the Slim, the BioCleanse, and the probiotic. I had been on an over-the-counter probiotic, and So I figured, you know, the triplex was kind of the next step. So I have had stomach problems for, I don't even know, as long as I can remember. And I had my stomach scoped. I went to a dietitian. I went to an allergist. Every time I went to the allergist, he would tell me that I needed to try a different diet. I needed to try no soy. I needed to try gluten-free. I needed to try lactose-free. And every time I would try one of these diets, I would be miserable because you have to read the labels of everything. It was crazy. And nobody could figure out what was wrong with me. And I think what it was is just my gut health was not balanced. It wasn't what it should be. So after about 2 months on the triplex combo, I literally had my life back. I was able to eat the things that I was trying to cut out. I was able to I had so much more energy because I was able to kind of do what I couldn't do before. So, you know, after those few months, after 3 months of being on these products, I realized, okay, this is a game changer. So now I want to share with the world. But that's kind of what my feelings are with Plexus. So I can send it back to Amanda.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. I love hearing that. And I love hearing how people get so many different benefits from the different products from even the same products. So it's really awesome kind of how it can help align your body and really kind of find some of what your body's lacking. Side note, that's one of the things I love about X Factor is the fact that aloe specifically, again, back to X Factor because I love it, it helps your body find the different, like it's called a zip code finder. Aloe will help take things to the spots in your body where it needs it. Pretty cool. So looking at X Factor. Next, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Lauren. Lauren recently joined, and I would love to hear kind of what made you want to join the product or join after trying the products.
There we go. Okay, I got unmuted. Yes, thank you, Amanda. I am a silver ambassador, and I joined Plexus about 6 months ago. And I am the mom of 2 young girls who are less than 1.5 years apart. So right now I have a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old. So things are a little crazy around here. So my younger daughter was just a few months old. My friend, who's a Plexus ambassador, Adrielle Stanley, came over for lunch one day, and she left with me a 3-day sample of Slim. So as soon as she left, I shook that sucker up and I drank it right down because she mentioned to me that it could help me with some energy, which I so desperately needed. At that time, my infant was waking every 2 to 3 hours in the night. I was a nursing mom. I was stressed out with a 1-year-old and an infant. So needless to say, it was welcomed. So I drank that, and I did. I felt more energetic after drinking it. And then after the 3rd day of the samples, I felt it even more. And I don't really know how to describe the feeling other than it was just like a natural, clean, like energetic feeling. It wasn't like an energy drink or a cup of coffee, and I wasn't bouncing off the walls. It was just a feeling that I could get some things done, and I felt a little bit more like myself. But at the time, I was on unpaid maternity leave, and it just wasn't the time to be taking on any new expenses. So fast forward a few months, my daughter was sleeping better, but, I was still up in the night and exhausted. And, when my first daughter was born, I feel like my baby weight just fell off. But with my second daughter, I had about 15 pounds that just wouldn't budge. I thought it would never go away. So I started thinking more about Plexus, and I have to tell you that I am a very skeptical person by nature. I think especially when I hear these huge claims about things, it's kind of think like, ugh, that's too good to be true. But my friend Adrielle and then my other friend Jen Hawkins, who's an ambassador, they both stand behind these products and believe in them wholeheartedly, and I trust these ladies. They're honest, smart ladies, so I thought, there's got to be something to it. So anyway, I went to dinner with them and they explained it to me more. And then they said, look, there's a 60-day money back guarantee. If you don't like it, send it back. No big deal, move on. And I thought, well, gee, if you put it like that, let's just do it. So I started with the triplex, and I think I felt the effects of the Slim again, within just a few days, which was fantastic. I needed that. I felt like I could keep up with my girls. I could more and be myself. And then I think it took maybe 3 or 4 weeks to start feeling the effects of the total package together. I just started feeling good. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. And I felt great. I felt like I wanted to work out and get moving. And an unexpected side effect was I've been sleeping. I used to take Ambien and temazepam or even Benadryl to help me sleep. I've always had problems with that. And now I take my ProBio 5 right before bed along with the Omega Mega X. And I sleep like I've never slept before. And that's a pretty amazing thing. And then also that last 15 pounds of baby weight, it finally went away. That probably took 3 or 4 months, but hallelujah, it was gone. And I really didn't think that was going to happen. So, I mean, I'm feeling great like I never have before. And so, I mean, I just can't recommend it enough. And then I also just want to mention when I signed up, I decided to sign up as a wholesale customer so I could save money. And then I thought if these products worked as well as Adrielle and Jen said that they would, I thought, well, maybe I'll want to share this with my friends and family. If I really am feeling that great, I'm going to want to share that. So anyways, I did that. And then I started sharing my story as well as some product information on Facebook. And within a month, my products were paid for by my Plexus paycheck, and I haven't paid for them since. And on top of that, we've been making some extra money just to do some fun things with our family and to put some money in some college funds. So, I mean, it's been fantastic. If you are on the fence and you're just not quite sure if this is for you, I say just try it. Plexus is an ethical company. They have wonderful customer service. If it turns out that these products aren't for you, they're not going to hassle you. Just return them and move on. But I urge you to try it because I have seen these products change lives. They have helped me, and I have seen even bigger results from people that I know. So I urge you just to give it a shot. Thank you.
Thanks, Lauren. You're the first person who's touched even on the weight loss, which is kind of a true testament to what these products really can do. I know that it's called Plexus Slim, and it's definitely marketed because it can really help with weight management. It can help with weight loss. I lost some weight. I'll get into that. But it's an overall wellness product. So I just wanted to thank you for giving your testimony. Just kind of call attention to that's the first time that weight loss has been brought up tonight. So that's awesome. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to April. I know April is super passionate about all these products. So April, why don't you go ahead and tell what you love about Plexus?
Well, the first thing I love is the Slim. Can you hear me? Okay. It said I left the call. So the first thing I love is the Plexus Slim. It really helps with blood sugar balance. My husband is a type 2 diabetic, and it has helped him immensely. His blood sugars are down 100 points over an average daily. It took probably, I'd say maybe 3 weeks for it to really start to affect him like that, but it did a really great job. So I've been really excited about that. And it has continued to help him with his blood sugar balance. My favorite product is also the X Factor. My hair got cut off really super short at the beginning of this year, and it has grown 5.5 inches since January. So I'm super excited about that because it was not a short haircut that I actually asked for. So we're getting back to where I'd like it to be. My fingernails, I've never had fingernails ever since I was a little kid. I always wanted to have fingernails. I can't manage to keep them very long because I'm not used to having them, and so I break them off constantly, but they grow right back within 6 to 7 days. I have a fingernail again. So I love that. I feel so much better. I have so much more energy with X Factor than without it. Our new product, Edge, is awesome. I don't drink coffee. I gave up soda pop I'd say within 2 weeks of drinking the pink drink. I didn't drink any more soda pop. It tastes terrible. If I try to drink one now, it's awful. It's like drinking cough syrup. So I don't drink soda at all, and I don't drink coffee. So I decided when they brought the Edge out, even though I don't drink energy drinks or caffeine, that I would try it and see what happened. And in the past, I've always been extremely sensitive to any kind of metabolism booster supplement. It made me jittery. It made me feel bad. I sometimes got a headache from it. I don't get any of those reactions from Edge. I love the Edge. Most everybody in my family suffers from ADD, and I thought that maybe possibly it could help me with that because it says it helps with your focus. And it was right on. That's the thing I love the most about the Edge, is that I have laser focus now. I can't say enough about that supplement. I love it. So the supplements overall have really helped me with my energy and my focus. And I've seen the most help with my husband. He's a type 2 diabetic. He was on cholesterol medicine. He was on 4 blood pressure medicines. He's insulin dependent. We have been able over the last 2 years to get him off of all of his blood pressure medicine, all of the cholesterol medicine. So that's saving us money right there. 4 medications, 4 to 5 medications gone, and he's using less and less of his injectable insulin. So I'm hoping in the future that this will be a tool that helps us to be able to regulate his blood sugar enough that he can get off the insulin completely.
That's awesome.
Yeah. For myself, I love the gut health products. I love the X Factor. I sleep so much better now. I can't say enough. I'm very thankful to Plexus. It has really changed our life in general in health. And I'm a breast cancer survivor, so gut health is very important to me. And I don't know that I have it all the way under control yet, but ProBio 5 and the BioCleanse and the Slim, I guess you'd say I'm a triplex girl for life, are helping me get my gut under control. And hopefully I never have to hear them say ever again that I have cancer.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, April. I love your story. And I love how much it's helped your husband as well. That's really great. I'm so happy to hear that. So thank you for sharing.
The other thing that I wanted to say, Amanda, is that my mother is a type 2 diabetic also, and she has not been able to feel her feet for the last 15 years. She has diabetic neuropathy and nothing. They could poke her with a really sharp pin. She can't feel it. She's been taking the nerve product now for about 15 months. About 9 months in, she started getting feeling back in her feet.
That's crazy.
And she's not sure that she likes it because it hurts. And I told her, but isn't it cool that you can feel your feet again? So I have great hopes that in continuing to take our nerve product, that she will eventually get full feeling back in her feet.
That's so great. And I'm so glad that you shared that, because that is one of those things, like I said, ease is something that might not be mentioned as often because it's not as necessarily a common ailment as weight management or gut health might be, but our ease line is fantastic and it's phenomenal. And if you know anyone who you think may benefit, just message an independent ambassador or message an ambassador independently and see what this product may or may not do for someone who might be suffering from something along those lines. If you think it might at all help, without going into too many details here on this call. So thank you so much for sharing, April. I'm going to go ahead and pivot a little bit over to the financial and ambassador side of the company. When I first joined, I really had not a dollar to my name, but I joined anyway. It's a long story. I'll probably get into it shortly, but I want to go ahead and touch on what it can mean to be an ambassador. Most people, I think, join network marketing for just for additional income, supplemental income. I want to kind of touch on the fact that this could be supplemental or it could be full-time income, and I'll show you a little bit about that right now. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. Let's see if I can grab this for you. So this is just kind of a stair step on what Plexus could look like if you decide to join as an ambassador. So down here at the bottom, it says, you just signed up, welcome. So these are the different steps and different ranks that we have here at Plexus. I'm a senior gold right here, almost smack dab in the middle, on my way over to diamond, but I wanted to cover a few things. So we get paid technically in 11 different ways. There are different ways that Plexus pays, which really kind of makes Plexus an overall well-rounded network marketing compensation plan. So when you first turn silver, that means you have 3 ambassadors, that's it. That means you make your mom, your sister, and your best friend sign up with you and you get a $100 bonus. Let's be honest, that's kind of what we all do when we start with network marketing. We find just the closest people to us and say, please, please do this with me. So silver is kind of that first step, and it ranks, and you get a bonus on each rank that you achieve all the way up until emerald. And in emerald, you don't get emerald and above, you don't get a rank bonus, but you do join a profit sharing pool. Plexus is really unique in the fact that we get profit sharing from the moment you sign a new ambassador. Each ambassador is worth basically a certain amount of points, and each point is worth a dollar amount tied to the total sales that Plexus has done this month. The cool thing about that is the fact that Plexus really does kind of encourage a community of people where we're all, we're all trying to help each other, because all of the values and all of our profit sharing goes up for the whole company, the more the company is successful. So that's a really great way just to kind of achieve this overall balance between the company and just have everyone encouraging each other. So if you look up here in the top left, it goes over the personal volume commission. From $100 up is where you start earning money. The first $100 goes back to the company, pay the lights, things like that, but you start earning money from the second you sell everything over $100, including your own products. Your own products count towards that. So that's really cool. I know there are a lot of people who really sign up just to be a wholesale customer, and they are confused why they're making money when they haven't signed anything up, when they haven't signed anyone up. But that's what's cool, is if you, everything over $100 you will earn commission on. Everything from $100 to $500, you'll earn 15% of that, and then everything $500 and up, you earn, once you hit $500 in revenue that you're selling, you earn 25% on everything from $100 up. So it's not just you make 25% on the everything over 500, you make 25% on all of your commissions once you hit that $500 mark, which is awesome. You also make 5% of all of your level 1's commissions on anything they earn commission on. So everything over 100, you earn 5% of on theirs. And then you also have different kinds of bonuses. So with preferred customers are the best way to order if you're just going to be a customer. It's a way to get the products, make sure you get it every month, but not only that, it is at a discounted rate. The cool thing about preferred customers is it really helps both customers and ambassadors alike. It is a discount. It comes every month, so you're never out of product. And ambassadors also make a small bonus on top of that. So it's not just the commission that you make money on. So there's, it looks a little confusing at first, but that's what makes Plexus so unique and so profitable to join this company. Like I said, you do earn on all of the different, you do earn on all of the different levels, a different bonus at each point. But then, like I said, with the emerald and diamond and sapphire positions, you earn a share of this pool. So once you turn emerald, you earn 3% of the total company profits. It's a very, very generous bonus, I'll say that. Also, when you go emerald, you get your choice of the little Lexuses down there, the little white ones, and you get a trip to Hawaii every year, an annual trip to Hawaii. It's first class. They take such good care of you. This is just touching on some of the ways that Plexus does compensate their ambassadors. It's really a phenomenal compensation plan. Most people who look at other additional compensation plans out there, they will start to see the brilliance in the Plexus compensation plan. And we've had a lot of people who are network marketers. Their brain is worked that way, and they look at the Plexus compensation plan and they say, wow, this is a great, great compensation plan. Just to kind of put it in perspective, here is the Plexus annual ambassador income. So if you see here on the left is the average USA per capita income. The average throughout the United States, obviously, is about $28,000 of average per capita. If you look at how easily it can be to achieve just that average USA per capita, like I said, I'm senior gold, smack dab there, right in the middle. That's about on average, $23,000 a year. If you can find me someone you know who is making this kind of money at such a pretty early rank in your company, I would love to hear about it, because it's really unique that Plexus ambassadors make such a good income from the get-go. Obviously, these are just averages, but what would an additional $500 mean to your family? Especially think about Christmas time, think about vacations. Like I said, most people don't join network marketing for full-time income. You join for supplemental income. You join for the vacations that you want to take for your family, or for the savings fund that you want to have that you just haven't been able to get growing. There's so much potential here with the income that you can make through Plexus. And I wanted to touch on that and just show you that this is real. This is the actual average income. It can absolutely be more than this as well. That's definitely not uncommon. I know a lot of ambassadors making more than their average, but this is just for transparency's sake, this is just the average. So it's really great to see that people are actually making money. I know a lot of times people see these network marketing companies and don't think that anyone's making money. I can't speak for other ones since I've never been in them, but I can tell you that Plexus ambassadors make real money. So I wanted to kind of go over that. And then I will go ahead and give up the floor to Shirley and have Shirley go ahead and share a little bit about your Plexus story. I would love to hear what you have to say about joining Plexus and kind of, like I said, your Plexus story, if you will.
The corporate world. I was in finance and accounting, and so I started hearing a little bit about this company called Plexus and what some of the income potential people, and it was like, wow, this is phenomenal. And I wonder how you could get a piece of that. And I've never done network, and I've never been on the green thing. So let's try this. And the main reason I jumped on board was because one of my sons had just gotten married, and they were, and most of you know that when you're newlyweds, you don't always have a lot of money and those kind of things. So I saw an opportunity to join under my daughter-in-law and channel some money their way with the brand new baby. So she was like a month old when I joined. And so that was the main reason I started, but it was also a way that I could supplement my retirement income. And it was a way that I could be with people, because after I retired, I decided that I was really missing the people that I worked with. So I wanted those connections throughout the winter. So there was a lot of reasons. That was kind of my initial why. My why has shifted now to more about helping more people, being able to give more, and being able to share health with a lot of people. But I quickly got a few ambassadors. I had some on my team, and then I got some customers. And so when you go back to that average chart, I'm still silver after 3 years in the business, but my average is way above the silver level. So it's been a really cool journey from that standpoint. But I'm able to pay for both my husband and my products out of what I earn. And tomorrow, actually, that same son and his wife and their 2 kids I'm able to pay for their flight and have enough left over for about a week's worth of groceries. So it's been a really cool journey. It's been a great add to retirement income, and I'm not stopping. There's a long way to diamond, but the possibilities are there, and this is still a ground floor business. It's really still ground floor. So even though there's a lot of people that's jumped on, there's way plenty of room. In fact, there's not a diamond in the state of Virginia yet. So there's potential out there. Yet.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much, Shirley. I'm so glad that you were able to join. And I obviously, your daughter-in-law is one of my great friends, and I think it's so great that I've gotten to know you so well just through Plexus. And I think that's one of the great blessings on Plexus is just the relationships, and I think it's awesome.
Absolutely.
Brittany, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you. I know you have a little one with you, but I would love for you to kind of talk a little bit about Plexus. Feel free to, share with your daughter as well.
Okay, yeah, thanks. All right, so I hope you guys can all hear me. Anyways, so I was introduced to Plexus through Jessica Plants, who is my upline. And so I first tried as a preferred customer because I wasn't really quite sure. Can I say hi? So I wasn't really quite sure if I was going to like the product. So I ordered. I was on it for about 2 weeks, and I was like, I am so sold. This is the product for me. This is going to be the company that I'm going to be with forever. So then I joined. I quickly got a couple ambassadors under me. I went silver. But so far, I have loved the entire journey with Plexus. Not only the products, but the financial side. The products are amazing. I love the triplex combo. It has helped me lose just about 15 pounds or so, which was a little bit of my baby weight. But other than that, I used to pop my pills all the time for my chronic migraines, and I had horrible cold sores. So now currently off all of my medications for my anxiety as well. But financial side was huge for us. My husband is an active duty member in the U.S. military. And so living on a one income salary was like the hardest thing in the world. From living in Alaska, where we make quite a substantial amount, plus I also had a job here and I had help with my daughter as well. But then going and living in the States in Kansas, and our pay decreased dramatically. It was really hard to keep up on bills. We went into quite a bit of debt, which I'm sure that was not a good thing for our financials and keeping track of all of that stuff. But with Plexus, I'm only a silver ambassador. I've been with Plexus a little over a year, but I make quite a bit more than the average amount that Plexus shows. But other than that, we have been able to get out of credit card debt. We've been able to put a huge down payment on a brand new vehicle for us to expand our family. My daughter and my husband doesn't get to travel as much just because his job doesn't allow that. But my daughter and I get to travel all the time, and that's all paid for by Plexus. My vehicle's paid for by Plexus, and so it's helped quite a bit. Not just the product side, but the financial side is a crazy big blessing for us. I know my husband likes to call it a cult, but he has joined my side of the cult because he sees how great I am doing, and how everyone else on my team is doing as well. So far, we've been with the company a little over a year, and we don't plan to stop. And my husband is always posting on my Facebook, I have a new customer for you. I have somebody who's really interested in Plexus and wants to talk to you. So it's been a fun ride, an interesting ride. Sometimes it's hectic, but it's most definitely worth it all the time.
That's awesome. And I know, like, when we were hanging out this summer, like, I remember talking to you about the finances, and shortly after you got that car, and I was so excited for you. That's so great. It makes a huge difference. And that's, you know what, that's actually something I kind of want to touch on is the last two testimonies, they both Shirley and Brittany have said that they're only a silver, but they're making substantially more than the average silver income. That's because with Plexus, you can make good money without building much of a team. You can make good money just on your customers. So a lot of times in network marketing, it's really all team oriented. So that is how you rank up in Plexus. However, you can make really good money without getting people to necessarily join with you. And that's something that I think is also really unique to Plexus. And I think it's really awesome, because a lot of times people are nervous to get people to join with them. However, their friends might benefit from the products or something like that. You can make really good money just by selling product without recruiting any ambassadors. So that's something that both Shirley and Brittany kind of touched on, in the fact that they said that they're silver ambassadors, which is technically our first rank in terms of how many ambassadors you have on your team. However, you can make a substantial amount of income with rank aside. So it's kind of a double-edged sword with that little graphic that I showed, because it's very easy to make a lot more money than the average might be if you're willing to kind of step out of your comfort zone. So I guess I'll go ahead and tell you a little bit about me. I let everyone else kind of give their story, so I'll kind of wrap up the tail end here. Like I said, I'm a senior gold ambassador. I've been with Plexus for about 4 years. When I first joined, I had no intention of joining. I wanted to lose weight, but who didn't? You know, that's kind of my thing. I would kind of go into these, I did do fad diets. I did Sensa. That's silly. Don't do it. So I've done a few different things that were just silly, didn't work, obviously. And I had no money to my name. And someone approached me about doing Plexus, and I said, yeah, maybe one day. That someone was my best friend, Joy. She proceeded to tell her sister that I was indeed interested. And so Jen met up with me, and I would say that she twisted my arm, but in reality, I have a hard time saying no. So I was like, okay, I'll see what I'm getting myself into. I ended up joining with the very last bit of my mid-month paycheck. So my first month paycheck, everything went straight to rent. My mid-month paycheck, I would have maybe a couple $100 extra. And so I did. After trying it for a month, I had lost about 10 pounds. And I was like, well, it's worked enough that I'll go ahead and give it a shot, because the only way I could possibly afford it at that time was if I could maybe pay for the products by selling it, or at least getting a discount. I didn't really know what it looked like, but I thought I would start sharing with people because it was working for me, and I loved it, and I did want to continue taking it. So fast forward, I lost a little over 30 pounds, maybe 30 to 35, depending on the day. But I really, that's really all I had wanted. I didn't really think about my health. I didn't think about the financial opportunities. I am not a network marketer. One time I joined a company and I lost any sort of momentum the first time I spoke with my mom about it, which was the first person that I talked to about it. And I said, Mom, do you want to join or buy something? And she said, no. So I stopped. So network marketing is not something that is in my comfort level, but Plexus was easy. It was something that I loved. I was loving taking it. It was working. It still is working. My health is night and day different. It's really amazing. If I think about how rarely I get sick and how my health is just thriving. I can see it in the way my skin looks. I can see it in the way that my body feels. So it's just a night and day difference. And I love the products. Like I said, I did lose weight, and my financial journey has just been incredible. I think it's really surprising for me that I am making enough money to pay my whole rent plus some with this company, because, well, A, Denver rent is not cheap. And B, like I said, this is something outside of my comfort zone, but I think that this opportunity is really an incredible opportunity. I'm so thankful that it fell into my lap, and that I really have a hard time saying no, because it opened up a door for me to financial blessings, I guess you could say. I was struggling so desperately with my finances pre-Plexus, and now I don't feel burdened by finances. I remember one time I don't know if I did cry or almost cried. I wouldn't put it past me because I cry a lot, but I couldn't afford a Starbucks pumpkin spice Frappuccino. And that was like the worst day because I was like, this promo is going to run out and I'm still not going to have $4 to buy a pumpkin spice Frappuccino the entire season. Like it was that bad. I didn't have $4 extra for a whole series of months. So Plexus really had come in at a time in my life where I had no idea what the answer was. And I am so thankful that Plexus has helped not just with my health, not just with weight loss, but with my finances. And the fact that it's helped in all of these ways, it's just incredible to me. And I'm so, so passionate about Plexus. And to kind of end this, I kind of wanted to go back and touch on some of the awesome things about this opportunity. And when I look at the things that Plexus has given me, the Plexus perks are the relationships, are the trips that I get to take with my friends. Here are some of me throughout different conventions, different leaders retreats, different meetings. That bottom one right there, that's me and Alec. He is our CMO, I believe. He's definitely one of the top 2 people in our company. Him and Tarl run this company, and he's just really an incredible and a sweet, amazing man. And I was so nervous and glad to meet him. And so if you see like over here on the right, that's us at the Little Big Town concert that they had this year for the Plexus convention. There's just, this company really does go above and beyond. Like I said, when you get to Emerald, there's that trip to Hawaii and the Plexus Lexus. This company really treats their ambassadors like royalty. They go above and beyond what is ever expected. And I am so lucky to be a part of this company and the relationships that I've built with some of these people. And some of these people like Shirley, who I, vaguely knew before, and now, I have a relationship with her. And there are so many great, amazing things to this company that I am so thankful for. And that these are the real Plexus perks to me, the relationships. And this community of people is just the most heartwarming community of people that I have ever met. So I'm so grateful for that. And to wrap it up, I did want to go over a couple of things. So Plexus has been recognized by Inc. 5000, and we debuted at number 8 on the list, and then we were back to back on that list again. We weren't number 8, we were, I don't know, 130, so I don't know what we were the second year, but we were on that list back to back, which is a great feat on its own, much less debuting at number 8. That's crazy. We were featured in Success from Home magazine. They did a whole issue on us. It was great. We were chosen by Morgan Stanley. I don't know if you know, but Google and Facebook have also been chosen by Morgan Stanley to be a client of theirs and like a partner of theirs. We are a debt-free company, and we recently just built a huge warehouse in Scottsdale, Arizona. This company is not going anywhere. It's really an amazing opportunity. If you are at all interested in the products or joining as an ambassador, please get with the person who sent you this video, invited you here tonight. I would love for you guys to join us. We're a happy family. We're a lot of fun. I love these people. I love my team. Thank you all, ladies, for sharing. You really, you make doing Plexus so easy because I love my team. I love the community that we have. If anyone is even vaguely interested, maybe just in trying the pink drink, maybe the probiotic. Who doesn't need a probiotic? I know you do. Why don't you try ours? We keep telling you that it's better than the one you're taking. Why not just try it and find out? So get with the person who invited you here tonight. Thank you so much for anyone who was live here tonight. I didn't see any comments, so I don't know how to give you guys anything. I'm not sure how to do any free drawings, but I did see there were some of you on here tonight. I don't know if you could find the comment section, but if you were on tonight and you did not leave a comment, shoot me a message or shoot the ambassador who invited you a message, because we would love to give away some freebies. We love sharing Plexus. So thank you all for coming. Thank you, ladies, for sharing, and thanks anyone for watching. I'm so glad you did. Thanks for giving up your time tonight.